Ross, here we are in the fabulous Isle of Jura for Fèis Ìle 2025. A nice change, actually, from Islay. I always enjoy new surroundings, and obviously being in a warehouse is always a real treat.
Yeah, we know we love drinking whiskey in a warehouse anywhere in Scotland.
Yeah.
But to come to the island of Jura is always special.
Yeah.
This year we're going to try a fantastic 17-year-old sherry single cask.
Yeah.
Something so different.
It's a real treat, isn't it?
Well, we'll see, but it is so different to what we're used to here at Jura for sure.
Yeah. So we've got Kirsty, the brand home manager. She's going to come along, talk us through it. I'm really excited.
Let's get into it.
Well, Ross, happy Friday. We have hopped over from Bonnehaven to the fabulous Isle of Jura. Obviously part of Fèis Ìle as well. How are you feeling about today?
I'm really looking forward to it. We had the best time here last year, and it's a massive looking Fèis Ìle release from this year. We had a bourbon single cask last year.
Yep, it was very pleasant. Enjoyed that.
Excellent. And I also think that Jura has maybe the best story in whiskey.
Yeah.
Remote island, thousands of deer.
All the George Orwell stuff.
That's it. It's brilliant, isn't it? And we're very lucky to be joined by Kirsty, who is brand home manager.
Thank you, Kirsty,
who has
for having
been with
us.
us before. Thank you so much for having us. Tell us a wee bit about this year's release.
Okay, so the Fèis for this year for Jura is we've got a 17-year-old that has spent its whole time in Oloroso sherry butts.
Nice.
So very different for Jura. We're quite known for having that bourbon's initial start and then moving on to maybe different casks. This one spent the whole time, so we've really pulled out the stops.
So this is a single cask, probably one of the most exclusive limited bottlings.
I think you are the
this
most
year.
limited bottling this year. Just over 300 bottles
Yeah,
produced.
300 on the dot, and that's it. When it's gone, it's gone.
Excellent.
And also, it's one of the bottles that are truly going to reward the people who have come here today, Fèis Ìle, Jura Day, to come, because it's not available online. If you've made, it's not an easy place to get to, but if you've made the journey over
Even coming
here,
from Bonnehaven to
I know,
not
it's not an easy place to get to, but if you made the effort here, you're going to be rewarded with the opportunity to get a bottle. I can't wait to try it. I'll let you open it for us. And in the meantime, Laurie, your experience of Jura?
Yeah, really good. I think there's a reason it's such a popular brand, particularly in the UK, but also across the world as well. I think the quality of the spirit is good, that it works in so many different cask types. I know they've got an incredible presence even in UK supermarkets, which is fantastic because it brings more people into the category.
It's the UK's most popular single malt,
Yeah.
the core range, which is obviously massive. I think since I've been in whiskey, it has been one of the biggest and most accessible brands. But also, it's really cool to try the rare stuff.
Single casks are always an absolute treat. And it's a nice fit for Fèis as well. As you say, to reward people that come here, particularly maturing it in such a, no holds barred way. Let's stick it in sherry the whole time. It's a real chance for you guys to show off.
It is rare to see a full maturation for that long. It's cask strength as well, Kirsty?
It is at 55.3% for this year. So yeah, as you said, and you can get so accessible in the stores. So it's nice to reward someone that's made the trip over here. But it just means that we're quite particular on what we then choose for that Fèis cask, because really this one is actually almost a sister cask from one of the releases we've done before, which is the 2022. It went down an absolute treat. So amazing what the 3 years can change. And obviously every cask performs different. So the difference where this has been located already. So we're hoping people love it just as much as they did in 2022.
We've seen a lot of Jura and different styles of Jura. We've seen heavily peated Jura, lightly peated Jura, more recently a kind of standardised core range. What is the style of Jura and how does Jura work with sherry?
Okay, so the kind of style of Jura, we really look at that kind of fruity, aromatic, kind of coastal look. So that's our kind of distillery character, I would say. So the fruitiness really does work with Jura, especially alongside sherry, because we look at that kind of stone fruit as part of our fruitiness for our new make spirit. So when you start introducing that sherry cask, you get the kind of lovely dark kind of stone fruits, like your plums, that kind of thing. So,
Thank you so much for sharing this with us. Let's have a little taste.
Cheers, Clange. I've already got stuck in. It was too inviting. I got bored of listening to whatever you say. I just got stuck in there. But it's a big draft. It's a real unctuous, complex, decadent whiskey. For me, it's everything I look for in a single cask. That intensity of experience. Obviously, the bottlings of Jura that you see across the UK, the core range, is very pleasant and inviting. This is what it's all about.
Yeah. The nose isn't alcohol forward. It's chocolate, it's coffee, it's rich, it's bold. It's not so coastal, and there's no peat in this, right?
No
Get no peat, but really, really high quality cask used here.
Yeah.
I'll have a little taste. But you like the palate?
I thought it was really, really tasty. I think it's, I always think the sign of a great single cask whiskey is one that you talk about for a few days. Obviously, being at Fèis, we've tried quite a few different bottlings. This is one, when we get back to mainland, we think Jura's one you need to seek out.
Yeah.
Really, really impressive.
What do you think, Kirsty?
I've been in love with it since we started kind of sampling these from the warehouses. I mean, particularly from this exact warehouse, it's incredible just to roll it out that door and say, this is the one. So it just doesn't get any better than that.
There is something about that. We are drinking whiskey in the Jura warehouse. It adds to it. Before you even try it, you want to love it. That's an excellent single sherry cask. It's big, it's bold, it's rich, it's sweet in the front of the palate. Baking spices in the back of the palate, but not too drying.
No. Not too tannic, not too leathery for me, which often big sherried whiskies can be.
Especially at this age, just for a full maturation, sometimes you would expect it to become that kind of sherry and wood. I don't get oak here. I get juicy fruit, sweet notes at the front of the palate. And then, that's cinnamon, nutmeg, bacon spices.
It's quite lush, isn't it?
I'm gonna add a wee bit of water to it in the name of research.
Sure. As you say, Kirsty, we are in the warehouse today, and it's pretty vast, to be honest. What's kind of next for Jura over the next few years?
Well, so we're currently at full capacity for our warehouses. So it really is about, like we're saying, selecting these casks for a really exclusive offerings or distillery exclusives. We've recently just brought out a 35-year-old as well, all bourbon casks. So it's really like identifying those ones that are slightly different for us that aren't going to make it to the shop shelves, and we want to keep here. So ones you can only purchase here from the visitor centre itself.
People that are coming here, is there like a warehouse experience that you offer at the distillery as well?
Yes, absolutely. So we do have our normal kind of distillery production tours, but we do offer a warehouse experience where you can actually go on to buy the bottling. So you will get to sample them straight from the cask and then go and purchase them in the shop, which is really nice. So it means you can still take that home.
Yeah, and come into a place like this, you want a souvenir to take with you. And
absolutely.
A fridge magnet is fine. But a decent single cask, hand bottled, whatever it is an amazing thing to take
Once you've travelled all this way, you want to come and experience something, and take those memories home with you. So it is required.
Having added a wee bit of water to it, the Oloroso is really starting to shine. It's really nutty. And it is raisins and dates.
Yeah.
It really is what you want from a high quality sherry cask.
You're hitting all the same marks as me. I get that kind of prunes, the kind of hazelnuts, all in one.
It's a huge dram. It's an absolutely huge dram, and so different to last year's release, which shows the diversity of the spirit.
Yeah. I think it's really tasty. I think it's really, really good. I think in terms of Juras you've had before, Ross, how does this compare?
I would say, I actually used to like the kind of lightly peated style of Jura. I've tried a few single casks, and I've also enjoyed younger Jura. I tried a few cask samples of Jura, really young, and Scottish oak, something that White Mackay really like to champion, which have piqued my interest. I've not tried a Jura like this. I remember we tried the 21-year-old Tide last year, which obviously lower in ABV, super easy drinking, dangerously easy drinking. This is a bit more big, bold. You have to take your time with a dram like this. That being said, you've nearly finished yours.
Yeah.
What an absolute pleasure to try it, and thank you so much for sharing it with us.
No problem.
Thanks
Cheers.
so much. Cheers, guys. Well, Ross, that is us all done at Jura for Fèis Ìle 2025. And always an absolute treat to visit this amazing island.
Yeah, and that was an absolute belter of a dram. It's a huge dram, and actually maybe not necessarily what I would have associated with Jura, because they are normally so bourbon forward. It was a real treat to get a big, juicy sherry cask.
Yeah, I reckon they're having a bit of fun this year. We thought, let's pull out something special. Let's treat our fans.
Really enjoyed it, and always great to come and see the island of Jura. It is one of these magical locations in Scotland that I need to visit more often. Where are we off to tomorrow? So
tomorrow is the final day of Fèis, which is sad, but it is Ardbeg Day, which is always fun. So mixed feelings for me. How are you feeling about Ardbeg tomorrow?
Looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it. We've got a new release from them once again. It'll be great to see Colin. Always excited to see him. Let us know in the comments what you think about Jura. Make sure to like and, of course, subscribe.